Everybody, welcome to a special live broadcast. It's not really Blake's Buzz. It's not really an EXP special. Well, it is an EXP special. It's something. It's a launch party. This is a Tuesday mother buzzing launch party, folks, and we got a doozy, a kaiju-sized doozy to talk about today. I'm so excited to be involved in this campaign, working with amazing people, making amazing comics, and I'm so glad to be a part of the amazing EXP so we can hop on in the middle of the day and shout out from the rooftops that supporting indie comics is amazing. And if you want to be a hero, all you got to do is support some fine indie comics. And if you know me, you know I know what's hot. I know what's buzzing. I know what's nifty on Kickstarter. And like I said, we got a great project to talk about today. So without further ado, we're going to get right to it. We're going to bring these people out. We're going to have fun talking comics. This guest, this creator, this phenomenal illustrator has drawn all the biggest, all the best, all the craziest monsters that we grew up with. And now, folks, he's coming on down to Kickstarter, stomping like he's a big hotshot kaiju himself, and he's getting ready to make his own monsters and blow all our minds. Let's bring him out. It's Matt Frank. Oh, my goodness. Whoa.
Well, Lord have mercy. Quite an intro.
Okay,
Quite an intro,
chill
sir.
out back there. Sorry, Matt. They get a little worked up. It's crazy here. I don't know if anybody knew this. We do record in front of a live pre-recorded studio audience. I don't know what that
Amazing.
How's your day going, buddy? It's launch day.
Oh, launch day. Got stuff in and you got everything ready. Got up at the crack of 11 a.m. and I got myself a celebratory Happy Meal. Because I heard there was some kaiju rustling about, so I needed to make good on that. And then I was like, crap, I can't go to 3 more McDonald's. I got to get home. I got to get ready.
You got a couple weeks. I think they're around for like 3 weeks or something until they sell out. Very serendipitous, very funny. We did not know that the McDonald's Kaiju campaign was launching on the same day as Matt Frank's State of the Monsters. I feel like that was a good vibe, right? There's a good omen, something nice.
Yeah, it's an interesting bit of synergy. The what's interesting also is apparently today is canonically the day that Texas Chainsaw Massacre takes place. I didn't know that until recently.
Wow, I did not either. I've been seeing they're remastering it, or it's coming back into theaters or something. They're doing something with it with the original cut.
I wouldn't super know. I'm honestly not a really big horror guy, but
we'll forgive you. It's okay. Big monsters are cool enough for everybody, and
True.
there's enough of tons of them literally to go around. Before we get too far into it, though, we have one more guest to bring out. She's kind of my boss. She's basically my boss. She's really amazing, really talented, runs an absolutely jaw-dropping, awesome studio. A lot of you may know, a lot of you may have some of their comics. Laguna Studios. Let's bring out the owner. It's Lori Foster!
Hi.
Look at all these amazing, talented people alive talking about, okay!
Blake, you're going to run out of your voice.
It never happens. It never happens. I guess I got to go, because usually we will be live tomorrow night, by the way. Blake's Buzz will be back tomorrow. Got some fun comics to talk about tomorrow night. But yeah, I guess I should. No, I never bring it in for comics. I got to be loud and annoying. I have to screonk it into the ether. No, I'm excited about this book. I'm really excited. I was stoked to work on the campaign. One of the easiest campaigns to work on, because when you have Matt Frank's art to play with, the campaign page builds itself. It's pretty awesome. But before we get too far into it, Matt, I'm gonna give you the floor. This is a thing you've been working on for years. And by the way, the link is in the show notes. So if y'all want to check out the Kickstarter page, you just click the link in the show notes. It'll take you there. And we'll also bring up the page to talk about. But pitch us the State of the Monsters. Matt, tell us what happened to Texas and why we need to be involved.
Well, let's see where to start. I guess the best place to start is at the beginning, where let's see. So this is something I've been working on, as you said, as Blake said, for several years now. Lori can attest to this. She's been hearing me be like, I've got this idea. Oh, this sounds like a cool idea. Gosh, I really think that sometime this year will be the year that I move forward on this. And so with regards to the story itself, so kaiju are nothing new. This is a universe where monsters have been around, but they haven't really been an American problem. You know, that's something that folks across the pond and over yonder deal with out in Asia or something. And at about about 15 years before the events of the comic is when kaiju start showing up in Texas, or as we call them in the book, DBAs, destructive biological anomalies. And so when it comes down to just the problem with having a natural disaster, especially, or a disaster of any kind in a state like Texas, is the power grid goes down almost immediately, because Texas is a little bit of true fun facts for you. Texas has its own separate power grid from the rest of the country, and boy howdy, we put that to the test in recent years. It comes down to it that Texas is kind of no longer viable as a state once your power grid is down and the military is fighting giant lizards, just everything kind of goes to pot. And so a couple of years pass, and a lot of people get out, a lot of people don't. The government kind of cordons off the state because it's not really a state anymore. And so it's a state of the monsters at this point. And so, the actual comic is planned to be different stories set in this universe. And the first story is the one that we're kickstarting today, which is Showdown in the Hill Country. Very exciting. I can definitely keep going, but we can take a little break and talk about other stuff.
We got a lot of comments. K and K saying I got a lot of energy for this early in the day. It's 1:00. I don't know I don't know what everybody else does in comics, but I get up early. Like I actually would love to sleep in. It's my little asshole dog, and I love him, but Bruce wakes me up. He has to check the yard and make sure we're all safe. And no one's safe when you're sleeping in. So it's 1:00. It's I've had caffeine. I've had I got a diet doozer here. We're ready to party. We're ready to rock and roll, baby. Ready to sell some mother buzzing comics. By the way, we've already got 2 backers, $117 earned in seconds.
My God,
that's pretty amazing. K and K did notice that the campaign is live. You can all go to the page and support indie comics, and when you see the art, it's so crazy. These kaiju that Matt is he's birthing them from his mind and spewing them onto the page.
Oh God.
Gorgeously.
I was going to say, that sounds like weirdly graphic. I don't know.
They're splattering onto the page. They're
There's lots of texture.
God. Oh, thank you. All of these critters have been, just been kicking around in my noodle for so long, and because really the concepts really started back like pre-pandemic, like back in like 2019. I actually remember sitting in a bar with some friends, and we were just drawing and trying to kick around ideas, and this idea kind of came to me about what eventually would become the big fella, our more or less our flagship monster. It kind of came to me there in the bar of like just this thing that came out of the Texas Hill Country that kind of looks like Enchanted Rock a little bit, and that was that was. I'm oh my God, we're up to almost 500.
Over 500 now.
Okay.
Don't look at the numbers; they'll distract you.
Okay, I'm closing it.
Side note, I am hoping that we do have to make a graphic today that's like funded in 30 minutes or funded in an hour or something.
That would be tremendous. I don't know if I would cry. If you want Matt to cry on camera and get us funded in the next 48 minutes. If you want Matt to take his shirt off, get us funded in half an hour.
All right. That's
Okay,
that's a stretch goal we didn't plan on, folks. That happened live and organically, and I'm all for that. I think we need to make this happen. There's only 20 days left. We might as well make it happen today in 30 minutes or less.
Yeah. Let's see.
Matt bought a hat for this, folks. He bought a hat for the launch of this campaign. He dressed to impress. Even though his art impresses all by itself, look at him. Look, he's a good-looking man. He's a good-looking, talented man with a great comic that people are backing as I'm saying this. Is amazing.
You're making me blush. I'm just like, I was on a hunt for this hat. Like I was looking for one, and nothing was really clicking. Like I'd stop at the Buc-ee's if I needed to go somewhere far away, and I'd just be like, they've got to have something. It's like, none of these are really speaking to me. And then I went to like a couple of Goodwills, and I'm just like, well, I like the pink sequins hat, but I don't know if that's the vibe I'm going for. maybe for another show.
I worked for Godzilla recently. Godzilla recently got some pink highlights in their latest movie, and I was into it.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely not disparaging
maybe
it.
For book 2, maybe for volume 2.
Volume 2 will be the pink. If we get funded the next 10 minutes, I'll go to the Goodwill and go buy one of those tiny sequins hats that definitely will not fit my giant head. But yeah, no, I really appreciate, being able to do this and being able to make this happen, finally pulling the trigger on this thing after it's a can that's been kicked down the road a couple of times for various reasons. A lot of it is, contract related or work related. I'd get offered a job or something, and I'm like, shit, I can't turn this down. So
I feel like it's also because you really wanted to launch it very quickly, and I was like, well, let's wait though until you know that you have time to do the whole book.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing though. It's like you're not wrong. But it's like with people like me, I can't speak to anybody else, but people like me, I've got to get a nice, jab in the ribs sometimes. And it's like, okay, you got to commit to it. Or if you just sit there and just wait for other stuff to happen, something else is going to happen, and then you're just not going to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
and now you're up until 3 a.m. making maps.
Yeah.
God, the map. Oh my Lord.
The map. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and bring up. I want to show people this map. This map is so. We'll go.
Guys, even if you don't like comics, this map is so fucking cool.
Look at this. Does it not? It's okay. Anybody who was a '90s kid, right, who still remembers like walking into Jurassic Park, the movie, when it first aired, and being like really scared at that first scene, and then really awestruck as the movie went on, and then scared again and awestruck. Anyways, I had an old poster, like an old theme park poster, a novelty map of the park, and it had like the dinosaurs on it, and it was a poster in my room, and I tried to find it, Matt. I was looking on eBay for like old Jurassic, because that's what this reminded me of, and I couldn't even find it. But yeah, like if you're an old monster nerd like us, because we're old now, it's fine. I think we're all over.
Was it kind of like this?
Yeah. It was like that.
I've had this since Jurassic Park came out. This is my binder I keep all my trading cards in.
Wow.
So yeah, awesome. It's all like, so it has a bunch of Jurassic Park iconography on it.
Oh, that's rad. Oh, that's I also remember the trading cards. I remember the trading cards because they had a lot of the concept art on it.
Yep.
And like
Crash McCreary.
They had the sleeping T-Rex card, and it was like it blew my mind because I was like, monsters don't sleep. What? You know? And it was like curled up like a puppy. And then they finally did it in like spoiler, movie's old, but they finally did it in the new movie that everybody hated, which was still a fun dinosaur. I don't know how you can have dinosaurs and monsters and giant robots and stuff in movies and be mad at them, right?
Man,
even they can be terrible, but it's still fun. It's so fun, right? Like
that's such a loaded statement for someone like me because I've definitely eased up in recent years. I don't have as many hard opinions on, whatever, but I do. I'm very excited for End of Oak Street because it's a dinosaur movie that's not a Jurassic movie.
Yeah,
and so I was hoping to go see that. So maybe this weekend we'll see how everything shakes out. But with the map, it was just this idea that came to me. Like I guess it must have been a year or two ago, and so what it's based on is it's inspired by this big novelty map that my grandmother had on my dad's side in her kitchen. And she lived in Marble Falls, Texas, which is a little ways outside of Austin. And we used to go visit, and she had this novelty map that was like, it was 18 by 24. It had all these little landmarks, and it was definitely older. Like it was like, it still used the word Indian for Native Americans, a kind of old, if you know what I mean. Like it was just, but it was still very interesting because it had all these little historical facts on it, and it had like, here's where the dinosaur tracks are up near Glen Rose, and here's where these outlaws were west of the Pecos, and here's the Alamo, and it was all these teeny tiny little illustrations on it. Now, I definitely did not have the time to make something with that many super teeny tiny illustrations, but I still wanted to do like this, like, here's where all the monsters are, and here's where everybody is. Here's like some of the territories they're at, and it's just been living rent free in my head for years now. And so I was like, I gotta get it done. Time for the campaign. Gotta get it done. And Lyle, our colorist on the book, helped me out by getting some flats done at the last minute for me. So it's done, and I'm not touching it anymore.
You guys did a whole lot of work last night on that. It was because we have a work chat for the campaign. We send graphics and notes and stuff back and forth, and so we've been getting little updates as Matt's been working on it. And yeah, like yesterday, he literally like he hit it yesterday, and then he I felt real important because he like sent me a message. He was like, "I'm taking a break for food," and I was like, "Dude, I'm not like you can eat." I'm not like we're launching the campaign now. No, but but yeah, you guys did so much work on it. It looked so great. Before we go on, we got several comments in the chat here. I didn't realize that was your partner Caston in the comments.
Yeah.
Also saying hey to everybody. We appreciate that. So, someone Pixeled Alex says save the pink hat for a Kaiju Valentine's Day stream.
That's a great idea.
We should just do all themed Kaiju streams from now on. We've also got support of making Matt cry alive. I think I like that idea. I've cried on a live stream. It happens every now and then. All you amazing backers in this amazing indie comic community, it's easy to get emotional when you all come together and show support like you do. Donnie saying happy launch party. Manzilla just backed. Stoked to meet you. Thanks so much, guys. This is so cool. We really, really appreciate you. Kenneth always popping in saying, hey, we appreciate you. I guess let's go ahead. Let's bring up the page because we're almost at $2,000 and 25 backers and just in a mere matter of minutes.
Holy crap.
20 minutes.
Guys, I'm not going to be okay. I'm not going to be okay. Like it's just one of those things where I kind of float through life, and I have this thing, and I've talked about this with Caston, where I kind of feel like nobody perceives me. I kind of feel like I don't exist if I'm not talking to someone. And I'm just in my room doing my little drawings, and I'll put them out. Oh, if you like those drawings, that's nice. And I go back to my little hole and my enrichment time in my enclosure, and so every now and then. But then when I go to events or I do something like this, like the support that people actually have, and they show up and everybody's so nice. Like I did Kaiju Go on Saturday, which is the Dallas Kaiju. It started as a film festival, and now it's growing. It started like a marathon. Now it's growing into like a full-on event, like a mini convention. And everybody's just so nice and so just like supportive. We had a lot of people saying like, "I'm so excited for the new comic, man. You're finally doing it." And I'm just like, why do you care? But it shows they do they care, and it's like it doesn't matter why they care, and that's what's important. So
also what's important is a lot of creators watch my show when I go live, especially a lot of Kickstarter creators, and I want to even artists like Matt's art is phenomenal. It speaks for itself. We're about to show it on the page some more. People are in the comments talking about the map right now. Even people at like Matt's level, like imposter syndrome is a terrible thing, and it gets us all at the most inopportune times. And so I think it's very important to remember that whether you're just starting out, whether you bought your first tablet and stylus and you just started doodling on Procreate, or you've done several Kickstarter campaigns that didn't do as well as you wanted, or you're a seasoned veteran in the direct market, like it's okay to get these feelings, and it's also okay to talk about them, and it doesn't make you any less of a creator, any less of a cool person, or any of that. So Matt, I thank you for getting vulnerable. I always like it when creators get real and vulnerable. Like authenticity is hot right now. Like everybody's like, well, my videos like everybody needs an AI thumbnail or AI this or AI. Like, no, you need real authentic humans, and that content just kind of happens anyway. I do. I know I've mentioned your art numerous times now. So let's bring up this page and go through it. By the way, almost to 30 backers, almost to 2,300. We're printing money. We're printing money, folks. Going to the bank. By the way, there's a really great video that Matt had done with a really great little interview about how passionate he is about comics and kaiju and this specific project in general. I really encourage everybody to watch the video. All right, let's go through. Let's go through and look at what years of Matt's life look like in like 30 seconds. This is going to be great.
Yeah, nobody ever sees the work. They just see the end result, and they're just like, I could do that.
Right.
But, nah.
By the way, I love this cover. It's the colors, the backdrop. It's just everything's great. Did you do your logo too? Matt?
I think I did everything on that page. Like wow. I designed the Laguna logo actually.
He did. Yep. So everything on that cover is actually his design.
I thought it looked better. I don't know. I'm just kidding, Lori.
I had y'all gave me like a base concept, and then I fleshed it out. But yeah, I really appreciated the cover. Was something, to be honest, I wasn't sure if it was going to come together, because I think I was so focused on that damn map that I was like, the cover is going to be this thing. I just got to fart it out. I just got to fart it out real quick. And Casson had actually suggested the idea of like the shape of Texas or a map of Texas being like part of the design. And I really like that idea, but I also kind of wanted it to have like a Showa era classic monster movie poster quality to it, and that those two ideas kind of married and helped bring it together. And also thank you to Lyle for flatting it so that I could get some sleep and do something else. But yeah, no, I really like how it came out, so thank you.
By the way, Anguirus, I may have said that wrong. I apologize. Anguirus, yeah, that sounds right.
Anguirus
says Big Fella, already their favorite. Please don't let anything bad happen to them ever. I agree. I want Big Fella around he's been around for a long time. I feel like he should just keep. How long do these things live in your world? Are they immortal? Or are they like?
It depends on the DBA. It depends on the species. Because like one of my philosophies when it comes to kaiju is there kind of are no rules. Like they could be ancient or they could be brand new. They could be a brand new mutation. Internally, I think Big Fella has been around for a while, but I'm kind of intentionally vague about exactly what he is and exactly where he came from. You'll have to read the supplementary material for that stuff. But by comparison, Queen Vesper, the giant bat, she's more recent because she has this fungal infection that's basically part of her anatomy now, and that fungus is from deep. All anybody knows about it is it's from deep within the earth, and so she's a little more of a recent mutation. But like I said, and then there's stuff like the jackalopes, as you can see in the top left there. The jackalopes are not natural. They are designer pets that somebody made and then got loose.
Of course, as it does.
What's funny is doing research for this. Jackalopes are real. They don't literally have antlers, but they're actually, this is a little bit of a bummer, there actually is a viral infection that specific rabbits can get that makes it look like they have horns growing off of their face.
Or like the Cthulhu tentacle beards. I saw that.
They have that too, yeah. It can just come off of their heads, and in some cases it looks like they have horns. They looks like this. That's what I've heard, is that, that's kind of where but I did want to speak to the jackalope design, because like I had some initial concepts, but our charm artist, Samantha Wright, actually kind of took the jackalope as a base concept and just ran with it and gave it that really fun color so it would contrast chupacabras. And I just loved it so much that I kind of adopted it into the broader the fiction as like, oh, well, if they're designer pets, they probably come in a bunch of different colors. So so Samantha's great. We have some really great collaborative artists working on this project too. Like there's some really great talent going into this.
Yeah, we'll definitely the print set that you can get. Matt talked about the cover and how he wanted it to kind of look like an old school kaiju movie poster, and you can get a print. You can get the prints individually or as a set, but the print without the trade dress and stuff. So it really does kind of look like a movie poster. But yeah, the other artists you got, we'll scroll through those in just a moment. We got some more comments to go through. Let's see, we got Drew says the map is given big board game vibes.
Thank you, Drew.
Trading cards, maps. I mean, we're just a couple steps away, folks. Like, who knows? Who knows where this could go?
We know some people, Matt. We should definitely.
I mean, I think I mentioned, like, Casson and I were out watching the meteor shower the other night, and I just bolted upright and was like, TTRPG. And Caston was basically like, get the comic done first and I'll lay down because you're blocking the sky. And
with the TTRPG, we can do minis. We can do minis of all the kaiju.
I don't want to give too much away. We are in negotiations for toys right now. We have a company that I've worked with in the past who's been very interested in doing toys. Oh my God. I'm just like, again, it's one of those things where it's like, it's that imposter syndrome of just like, okay, if you want. But yeah, no, there's a lot of potential. That's kind of why I built the IP the way I did, was I wanted it to be more about the universe than necessarily. Sorry, I think I froze a little bit. I wanted it to be more about the universe than necessarily just like the same set of characters. Because the first issue is focused on the Texas Titan Tour Company, which is they're definitely a black market tour company. They should not exist. But the second issue, if we get there, has a different story with some different characters. It has because in the old Godzilla movies and the old Toho films. So it wasn't just Godzilla, you know, it wasn't just a bunch of Godzilla films. It was, you had Dogora the space monster, you had Mothra, you had Rodan, Varan the Unbelievable. There were all these other kaiju events happening in this like post-war Japan version of Japan, where monsters were just coming out of the woodwork, and they all ostensibly took place in the same universe, and they would make references to each other, and sometimes characters would show up in other movies. But it kind of was like the Marvel Cinematic Universe before the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, it was this shared universe where it wasn't really part of the plan, but you know what I mean. But anyway, so the idea I had was, let's tell stories like individual kind of movies set in this universe, and other characters come in and out, and I want there to be supplementary material that focuses on, like, I have another story in mind for the set of characters that are in this book. It'll just be kind of a side story, and kind of jumping around a little bit. You know, I want to be upfront about that. I don't want this to be a Halloween 3 situation where it comes out and it's like, where's Michael Myers? And it's like, oh, it's an anthology. And it's like, yeah, but you already made a second one. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Just give them like 15 years and then they'll come around and love it, and it'll be on every horror or every like top kaiju comic list. Because that's funny you bring that up, because I remember I had cool parents as a kid, so like they'd let us go to Blockbuster and like get pizza and rent R-rated movies, and they didn't care, let us stay up all night and stuff. And so we rented Halloween 3 because we were like, oh, it's like there's another one, whoa! And we watched it and we're all like, where's Mike? Like, you know, we were so mad. And I still to this day, like every Halloween, I'm like, I should finally watch this, and I never do, because like when I really get ready to watch it, like kid me is like, why are you wasting your time with this, dude? Remember how mad you were? Remember how mad you were as a kid? But I know it's like a cult classic and it's kind of something special and like should be watched. But anyway, I know we're sidetracking into horror. But you do have love in the chat, by the way. The people are loving the designs of the charms. People are already excited about the toys. Caston had a good point too, that the kaiju aren't the bad guys in this story. I think that's a really cool that's a cool little log line, Caston. I like that. I like that a lot, because we always I guess not, because I mean Godzilla has saved the planet numerous times, but they are vilified, right? It's hard not. They're knocking over buildings, they're angry, they're loud. You know, you can't watch your Sunday shows when the kaijus are stomping around. They're a big inconvenience, but they do often, like, one disaster stops another kind of thing. I like that they're the protagonists. The
kaiju are they simply are. They simply yes, Lori.
We just got past halfway to goal. We're over.
Oh my God. Okay, it's fine.
Sorry.
It's fine. So Godzilla.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Oh my God.
44 backers, $4,073. We have been live for 34 minutes, folks. 34 minutes. All of you out there are indie comic supporting heroes. I want to tell you that. You all are amazing.
Matt's gonna cry on the stream, guys.
I'm okay. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I'm just like I just have to be like okay. So the idea is that the kaiju are they simply are, kaiju kind of exist outside. One of the things that I like about how the Japanese interpret kaiju is that they kind of exist outside of our parameters of understanding. Like, the word kaiju breaks down into two separate kanji, which one is the word for mysterious or strange, and the other one is beast or creature. And so it's this idea is that it is something outside of the norm, something that is kind of incomprehensible in some ways, but in other ways they are living creatures, and so they have their own wants and needs. Big Fella is not very aggressive. He's actually one of the more chill. Like if you're in Texas, like kind of paradoxically, one of the safest places to be is kind of around Big Fella because he's so big, nothing will really mess with him, except for Queen Vesper, who hates his guts. The real thing to keep an eye out for with Big Fella are the chupacabras, because chupacabras, what do chupacabras like to eat or drink? They like blood. What is a huge source of blood that's just thundering around the hill country?
Like a mosquito kind of. Whoa.
Yeah. And so, yeah, you'll see in the comic, you'll see how everything can go pear-shaped real fast.
Just the like minutia that you have said just like in talking to you live on the show, just like the little world building details that you already have figured out is super, super impressive and has me even like more excited to like experience this book once all the art's finished, like and like one shots and spin-offs and new chapters and new focuses on new monsters. I mean, I think it's you're already doing kind of like bestiary pages. We've scrolled through a couple on the campaign page, like you know, the government files on these monsters. Lori, I want to spin to you. We've been talking a lot, but something I've been wondering. I got the whole time we've been working on the campaign, and I kind of failed to ask, how did you two meet? How did the Matt Frank Laguna Kaiju combination like happen? How did this go down?
I'm trying to remember the first. What's the first thing we did together? Was it Medusa or was it before that?
No, it was Medusa. Because Paul Hanley, my co-creator on Medusa, introduced us and was like, he was the one who came to me because he was looking for a publisher for Medusa, and I don't remember how he found y'all, but he was like, I really like them, I really like, you know, he spoke very highly of y'all, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then and I don't think we really properly talked until a live stream or something, and then it was like, oh, like, yeah, I was like, oh, Lori seems really cool and really nice, and you know, gives a crap about comics. And you were like, you were probably like, man, this loud guy. No, I know. No, it was very nice. It's been a really good relationship, a really good because we had a lot of fun working on Medusa. And
now we're friends too. Like, it's not just, and then I don't know. And then at a certain point he was like, I think I want to do this. And I was like, we can do it, but you need to have it. You need to be ready to get it done and not have 16 other deadlines to hit at the same time. You
need to do it. I mean, and that's always the rub, isn't it? It's the doing of it. It's the committing, and that's something that I definitely try to tell to younger artists and writers and stuff, is like, you know, I don't remember where the quote comes from. I heard it in an H Bomber Guy video, but it was like the whole writing a story is jumping off a cliff and building your wings on the way down. Like, you got to commit at a certain point or else the thing won't happen.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's how I got into comics, was falling off a cliff and figuring out how to build wings on the way down.
There you go.
Blake, you've done an incredible job with that. I have thrown Blake into like a pit of flames, and he's figured all of his shit out.
A year ago, I didn't know I could build Kickstarter pages. I was like,
yeah.
And then I programming them is one thing, right? But then I still remember my old boss was like, we were in a meeting, and it was for the book of Jusko, with the Joe Jusko's recent art book, and I was like, yeah, so like, who's doing the graphics? And my old boss goes, oh, he'll take care of that, right? And I was like, what? And then,
sure.
Not only is like let's make, because I've done like social media graphics for clients and stuff, but I mean, this is essentially like web store graphics and product imagery, and they have to pop and sell the shit, right? And so on top of that, I have to do that on top of like doing it for Joe Jusko is like the client, and so like I need to make stuff that like Joe Jusko thinks is cool, and like, you want to talk about imposter syndrome, staring at a computer. Like just being like, what am I gonna do with this guy's art and not ruin it? You know, but look, I've gotten a lot better since then, Matt. So like you were in good hands this time.
Just that, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna screw up his art and he's gonna be mad. Something about that is just like, that's the voice in my head, and I definitely have had that voice. I've just been like, this voice is such a douche. But now I'm just quoting Game Grumps, I think. But yeah, like I actually really liked all the graphics you were putting together. Like, I mean, it's one of those things. It's one of those things where Lori brought you in. Like I didn't know you from Adam until Lori brought you in, and then my first thought was like, oh, if Lori trusts him, then sure. Like I'm sure that he's good at what he does. So
I'm gonna quote you on that and put you on my website. I don't have a website, but I'm gonna build one, and I'm gonna put that quote. If Lori trusts him, he's got to be good.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. It's just one of those things where I think that a lot of us are really concerned with wanting to be humble and stay humble because we've seen what kind of monsters can be created out of like never checking yourself and never, having a good head on your shoulders. And I used to be really bad about it to where I was much more disparaging, and like I'll make jokes about, why do you care? But in my heart of hearts, I sometimes do have to stop and say, Matt, you've been doing this full time as your job for 16 years and you're good at what you do.
That counts for something, right?
It counts for something. Like there have been times, it's like the only time I ever get like this. There have been times where I've just been like, excuse me, like, whip it out a little bit and just be like, excuse me, don't you know who I am? Like very rarely. I rarely get like that. And Caston will attest to it. She's like, it's the only thing he gets like that over. But
sometimes the passion pops out, man. I mean, you can, everyone should stay humble, but I mean, also like, and I tell people this all the time, like it never fails. I'm sure you've noticed creators do this too, both of you. Someone will launch a Kickstarter page, right? And the night before launch, like they'll put a comment out and it's like, hey, everybody, I'm real sorry. I'm launching my Kickstarter tomorrow. I'm going to be talking about it a lot. I get mad at them for that. I'm like, don't you dare apologize for being proud of something you love and talking about it. No one apologizes for like filling my feet up with your gross little kids running around. I'm just kidding. Kids are fine, but it's the same thing. No one's like, sorry, I just had a baby. I'm going to post a lot of pictures of them. Sorry, I just got a puppy. I'm going to post a lot of pictures of it. Like it's the same thing. It's this thing that you love. Be proud of it.
Yeah.
Don't ever apologize. By the way, what's up, J. Michael Miller? Another great indie comic pro says, congrats on project we love and over halfway funded. It's been a fun 45 minutes. It's been exciting. Speaking of, I do want to bring up I want to go over the rewards so that we can talk about some of the awesome stuff that y'all can get. We've already had a lot of chatter about the charms, right? So you can get, there's the Chupacabra and the Jackalope charm. These are great. You can get them both together at a slight discount. You can get them separately as add-ons. So that's
hell yeah.
These were, did you collabed on these too, right? Or is this
those were collab. I designed the Chupacabras for the comic, and then the Jackalope was a little more loosey-goosey, but yeah, I worked with Samantha Wright, who's a local artist. She's based here in Austin. I've known her for a while, and she's really, really good. Like, she has this lovely, clean art style. I was inspired to ask her to collaborate because she had made a little comic. She does these little web comics that she posts every now and then. And it was like, it highlighted the armadillo as the sacred Texas animal. And it just has like these little, like this, it was just really cute. And I'm like, that's really cute. And I actually asked her, she and I collaborated on a Mothra cover because I did Mothra Queen of the Monsters for IDW. And she and I collaborated on the San Antonio exclusive cover for issue 3, I want to say. Nice. And so yeah, and so we got I got her in on this, and she was super excited to do it, and was just like, she's the sort of person who'll get so excited she'll turn around sketches within the hour. Like it was crazy. But yeah, that's that story.
That's awesome. Yeah, a lot of so many great people you've had work on this. Like we'll get to the prints and stuff too. But and I know that the digital, by the way, that right now we're looking at it's 40 to 50 pages. We don't want to say too much right now because there may be stretch goal plans, which you could all probably find out sooner than later. If you get this funded right now, go! No, just anyway. But the page count, we do know it's going to be over 40 pages. It may end up being being up a little thicker depending on how the campaign goes. Matt's got some crazy ideas, and
yes,
I'm not gonna
do.
lie, Lori and I are super into them. So it's something to keep an eye on. But so that it is a little pricier digital edition, but you're also getting basically getting 2 issues of a comic. It's a double shot, one shot.
Yeah.
That's a coined Blake Morgan term, a double shot, one shot. We'll market that later. But yeah, it's and then here's the awesome print pack, by the way. You get this amazing set of 6x9 prints. The 2 of these are from Matt, and then we got I got the Texas Titan Tours print by Devin Kraft, and that Queens of the Night print is so gorgeous by Ash Vasquez. I love that you're bringing in local. And this is a big deal for you, right? Local artists. Like it's a big like Texas community thing behind this. Like we want everybody to read it, right? But Matt is from Texas. Texas is featured in the book. He's featuring local artists, which is really cool. And by the way, Caston had a cool comment here. We have international backers from UK and Germany, which is awesome. I guess Matt was worried that outside folks wouldn't care about a Texas-based comic, but that goes to show that like everybody loves giant monsters. Like there's just something in us like that. That notion of like feeling small, right? Kind of like when you see like the shot of the universe or a shot of the planet from space, you know, and it's just like that idea of just like feeling small and seeing something like infinitely greater than you are kind of does something to your brain and rewires you differently for a short, because usually feeling small is like a bad feeling. No one wants to feel like that, but like, you know, standing next to like the Statue of Liberty or something crazy like that, right? Or a giant living, breathing kaiju that's really just a friendly bulldog, which sounds like the big fella may be, which is sounds like he's my spirit animal. I'm gonna go with it. But you know, it's just like there's just something about that, and I think that's the fascination, right? That's why there's new Gundams every year, right? And it gets bigger and bigger. And in Japan, they have like the life-size statues that they're now taking down, and I'll probably never get to see because life is unfair. But anyway, I digress. But there's something magical about that. And the world over knows that Matt Frank is in the kitchen making the sauce. That's the important thing to take away from that.
Well, I appreciate that, because like I will say that so swinging it back around to the Jurassic films, I have recently kind of adopted the opinion that the Jurassic films after the original, all of the oh my god. Oh, okay. I gotta finish my thought.
I love distracting Matt with numbers. This is the best. I'm sorry, Matt.
Bad for me. I've got ADHD. Leave me alone. So, all the Jurassic sequels, I think, are kind of the same quality. I think they're all just varying levels of nonsense that are thin veneers of plot threads to string together expensive dinosaur set pieces. That's the whole point. And if that's your speed, that's fine. But there is a line from Jurassic World that goes, Jurassic World exists to remind us of how small we are. And I feel like that's actually very accurate to the love of dinosaurs and the love of kaiju, and even stuff like astrophysics, and like, because that's Caston's big thing, is I almost said astronomy and astrophysics, and because it's this thing that kind of like it makes you feel small, but it also makes you feel like, but so it's amazing that I'm still here. It's amazing that I'm alive, you know, because I'm such a small part of this, but I still matter. And that is one of the things I like about kaiju fiction, is that one of the reasons why kaiju can't, in a lot of traditional media, can't be defeated just by the military is because it's boring. It's boring to just be able to bomb the kaiju into oblivion. So it comes down to the main characters having to come up with a plan. I mean, Godzilla -1 was really good about that. They were like, a bunch of normal people are going to get together and we're going to solve this impossible problem. But anyway, yeah. What the hell were we talking about? Oh yeah, the prince. I wanted to talk about the prince for the campaign. So like, I did those two, the center one and the one to the bottom left. That art's been around for a while. That's like the first piece of like finished art I made for State of the Monsters. So Ash Vasquez's print at the top there, the Queens of the Night, is centered around one of our main characters, Rosie. And I just was like, I wanted a print to focus on Rosie, but I also wanted something that would tap into Ash's unique style, because Ash has this almost like concert poster sort of approach that she takes to her work. And I've known Ash for years. We've collaborated on a bunch of stuff. She also collaborated on a monster cover with me. I've sort of in some ways considered her like almost like a little protege, because Cass and I try to give her advice on her career and stuff. But yeah, and I'm just really glad that she tapped into exactly what I was thinking, because I was like, let's put Queen Vesper and the Spore Bats into this print so we can get that cool blacklight effect almost. And then the other print by Devin. So Devin was one of the artists who worked on Godzilla versus Texas. And I was like, well, I'd love to bring it, like you pointed out, Blake, I want to bring in Texas artists. I want to try to keep it like, of course, I've also had offers from people outside of Texas, and even in Japan and stuff, to be like, well, I'd like to make something for it. And I'm just like, I know you do, but I want to try to keep the pool small for the first one. So we'll see how things go. But the Devin's poster is I had a concept for like a tour poster, like a tourism, an old-fashioned tourism poster, and I just did not have time to make it myself. So I thought, Devin, you want to crack at this? And he made this really cool, like kind of pop art feeling poster with these really lovely broad colors, and it's really nice. I'm really happy with how it came out. So yeah,
I like the I can't think of the word, the perspective, like the horse, and then the massive kaiju, then the plane in the background, and everything kind of works together so that you can really understand like the massive size of this thing, right?
It's really cool.
It's really cool. So yeah, everybody, you can get the pack, you can get them individually if you like one more than the other. And then as we see when we scroll, there's a way to get everything, which you should all do. You should all just get everything. By the way, the print edition, $25 gets you the print. You get it signed for $30. Matt will sign them. That's easy to tag on. And all the physical editions do come with the digital edition. So anything that comes with the physical edition, we're going to throw in the digital too. So if Matt does sign it or sketch it, you can bag it, you can board it, you can secure it, you can CGC it, you can send it to your grandma, whatever you want to do with your fancy comics. You can do it safely and get your fingerprints all over your tablet instead.
It is also perfect bound. It's not staple bound like an issue. It's going to be a small perfect bound book. So keep that in mind, because it's awesome. It's premium. It's cool.
Yeah. It's like going to be fancy.
I didn't want each campaign. I know that that funding individual floppies is easier because the threshold is lower, but I just felt like I wanted each story to kind of be a self-contained like a movie, set in this universe, and that to me was the vision I wanted to go with. I also wanted to give people a little more bang for their buck, so I'm really glad to see that people are already excited for it.
They're very, They're very excited. It looks like, and if you really want to show your excitement, you can literally wear it. You can wear your excitement for Texas Titan Tours or Matt Frank's State of the Monsters or just a love of kaiju in general. The basically $25 gets you choose one. And how this works is we'll reach out in the survey after the campaign. We'll get the sizes and which design you want. We'll ask you all those important questions later. I know someone's going to send us a comment saying there's nowhere to put your size. Listen now, we'll send you a survey and we'll get all that information. I promise. Lori is so good at that. Lori is so good at survey sending.
100%.
Your mind will be blown. It will be the most in-depth, perfect, easy to fill out survey. And then you get a whole bunch of cool kaiju shit later. It'll be the best experience of your nerdy little life. All you gotta do is go to Kickstarter and buy some cool stuff, right? Like this. Look at this bundle. Look at this gift shop bundle. Straight from Texas Titan Tours. The gift shop. You get the book. You get a shirt. You get these pins. Oh my God, you can put the pins on the shirt and wear it all while you read the book outside on a park bench. You'll be the coolest person ever. $50. $50 gets you all that. That's so cheap. That's so we're basically giving this away. $50 at a time.
Hell yeah.
And then this is what I like. For 50, Matt will sketch this and you will get a random character from the book. It's going to be a surprise. No one's going to know what they get until you get it. And that's the neat part. And it's going to be you get a 1-in-1 sketched copy of an already exclusive Kickstarter limited edition one shot. Like how much more exclusive and collective can you get? Like this is it. This is it. Oh wait, it's not it. We got more. We got more, Matt.
There's
God, even more. Do you have a comic book shop? Everybody on the EXP right now. I know there's a lot of retailers watching. We would love to get State of the Monsters in your shop. 5 copies, $75. We may have a little deal coming later. We won't spill the beans now, but we were tinkering with a retailer exclusive stretch goal. I don't know. We're doing crazy things. Matt is doing crazy big kaiju things over here, and we would love comic book shops to be involved and get your readers involved too.
I've had a couple of shops already reach out about that, so nice. I'm hoping that'll happen. I'll be sending the link out.
Hell yeah, that's what we want to hear, baby. And then here's the big Titan Tours box, right? So you get both charms, you get the big bad amazing map, you get all 4 prints, you get your choice of shirt, both charms, all the pins, and that special. You can only get it. You can only get it in the box, folks. The hollow foil big fella trading card. Will there be more trading cards? I don't know, but you better get this just in case. So you got to get the whole set. You got to get all of them. And it all comes in a special collectible box that Matt drew and designed. All of that, $169 plus shipping. By the way, the map comes in a tube. It's going to be rolled up real nice, shipped super safe. You can also get the tube as an add-on, or you can get the map as an add-on. But we do want everybody to know that it has a shipping fee attached to it, especially for our international backers. We do love you. We appreciate y'all. But that price comes with a secured tube, and that poster is going to come perfect to do whatever you want with it. I hope you put it on your refrigerator. I hope you have a really big refrigerator and you put it on there.
Yeah, I was gonna say a refrigerator big enough for an 18 by 24 poster. My sister is a school teacher in San Antonio and she teaches Texas history, and so she wants one of those posters. I gotta
pay for it.
No
family discounts. You get out there and support your family. Support any comics. Support your family.
Oh my Lord.
I'm not even gonna. I just saw a post on Threads that made me sad a while ago, and someone was like, they set up an indie comic release and like did it at a comic book shop, and their family and friends came, and no one bought the dude's comic. Like, I'm like, how's your family gonna come to show support and not buy the comic? But no, for the kids, I'm sure we can hand out a premium poster for the kids, for the Texas children.
The Texas children. The poor Texas children. You too can support.
For $30 plus shipping, you can support a classroom full of poor Texas children dying to learn about the kaiju in the area.
You can fix his cleft lip and send him to Oxford. And like, sorry, that's an old, like, I think it's a Dane Cook joke.
We need that Sarah McLachlan check playing right now.
Yes.
Can't do that because of copyright stuff. But yeah, just imagine it. Imagine it over. But by the way, if you thought this was the big one, there's one more killer option. One more killer option. You all ready for this? Oh wait, that's just can we just take a look at this map again? What a beautiful piece of art.
The map is so cool.
Well, my goodness.
I'm really happy with how it came out. It was really fun to work on. And like, I was like Googling, doing research on like specific Texas cryptids as well, because you can see in the bottom left there is a ranking system for monsters in this universe for DBAs, and cryptids tend to fall on the bottom rung, the Daemon class, because they're not super, they can be dangerous, but mostly if they're left alone, they'll leave you alone. But once Texas kind of got cordoned off and once the walls went up, a bunch of cryptids got caught in the state. So now there's a bunch of weird variants, and maybe don't approach them.
I was really excited because when Matt showed us the chart, the size graphic of like the classifications, because I've seen some of the art, and I was like, Matt, have we seen a Leviathan yet? And he goes, no. And I mean, I got so stupid little kid excited. I was like, they're bigger. There's a bigger one. Like, I was like, I got really stoked.
I mean, they are functionally Leviathan class or functionally giant living ecosystems. Like, they are so big to barely count as like an animal. Like, wow. They're fun. They're going to be really fun. I just got a text from a buddy of mine who said, Matt, you're putting me in your comic, and he just because he just got the cameo tier.
Very cool. What a great segue, because that's what we were getting to, was this for $250, money you can find in your freaking couch cushions. Okay, flip the cushions, grab the money. There's only 10. Well, now there's only 9. There's only 9 left. But you can be drawn into the pages of Matt Frank's State of the Monsters Volume 1. You can be barely escaping the clutches of a kaiju or a dangerous circumstances. You could go on a Texas Titan tour forever. Immortalized in the pages of Matt's for only $250. That's nothing. What do you do with 200? You can't buy a video game console anymore. Those are $1,000.
We only have 3 cameos left.
Whoa!
7 of them are.
Holy crap!
Oh, they're going. Better snag them, folks.
So you better back it now, or beg Matt to ask to add more cameo slots.
Let's see where we are.
Oh my Lanta!
62 backers, $5,754.
Oh my God!
We have been live for an hour, folks. 1 hour. Oh, look, it's going up while we're looking at it. This is amazing. This is amazing. All of you are amazing for supporting indie comics. Matt Frank, you're amazing for making amazing indie comics. Lori Foster, you're amazing for making and distributing and doing all the other shit that you do. My goodness. I don't real quick. Can you remind everybody that not only do you fulfill 50 campaigns a year or more or so, or not, maybe not a year, but you fulfill a lot of campaigns a year. You run your own campaigns. You publish your own comics. Now that's not enough. Now you have your own comic art school, really art in general school with a focus on comics. But I feel like with all these wonderful people coming in and supporting indie comics and supporting this campaign, I feel like now is a real good time to talk about that art school. Tell people about it.
Yeah. And
maybe we get Matt down there to he's a busy guy. I'm just guilt tripping him live because we can do that. It's fine.
Story of my life.
Yeah, we actually have, so the front of house is a school of comics, and it's also an indie comic shop. So we only sell indie comics, indie merch, indie art. And And we're definitely going to have Matt in here to do a signing for State of the Monsters. I'm just saying that now. I am committing him to it, so he has to.
It was part of the plan. It was part of the plan.
But yeah, we're offering classes, we're offering workshops. It's an art space, it's an event space. I'm doing too much. But it's all fun, amazing stuff.
You said the word space a couple times, and I recently learned about like the third space. Have y'all heard of this term? And a lot of people view their comic book shop as the third space, right? Like a safe community place where like no one makes you feel weird for buying a $120 variant with Batman on it or something, right? No one's going to make you feel silly about that. They shouldn't. If shop clerks are doing that, call them out. Post in the comments. We'll call them out live. But it seems like that's something you all are really trying to do there is make a third space, a great space for art, a great space to make things with your hands. We all use Photoshop, and digital artists come in there and do wonderful things too, but it's very anti-AI, and it really made me happy because you have these awesome interns and Wolf and these younger nerds working with you now, and all of them hate AI too, and I made me so happy because that's been the fears. It's like even with me loving to write and loving to read, like in high school I was checked out. If I had the option to like cheat and not do anything, I wonder if I would have done that or not. And so it is a big worry. Like, can the younger generation check out and get this office work basically, which is what high school is, out of the way and to do it. And so anyway, that's been like a worry. But so yeah, having these young kids show up and drawing stuff and illustrating stuff like frame by frame, and it's really cool. It's really cool to see. It was really cool to work with on the last campaign too, on the Laguna.
Yeah, it's just been so awesome to work with everybody and meet all these people and meet people in the community who are like, oh, we always needed a space like this, and we're so glad this is here. And they're asking us questions about publishing and art and making things, and I love it. It makes me so happy.
And it seems like there's always people in there, like not just staff. Like there's a good in and out traffic, and you're doing lectures and kind of seminars and stuff like that too with local artists. Like very, very cool what y'all are doing. I can't hold on. I should have had this ready. I was going to, you need to follow the Instagram. You need to follow Laguna Studios Comics on Instagram. Do you know what the art school one is?
I think it's just School of Comics. It might be School of Comics SATX actually.
I believe it's School of Comics SATX. Okay. Yeah. If only we had the accumulation of all human knowledge at our fingertips.
I was talking about that the other day. I miss that's part of the deal I missed about pre-recording. When you have to figure something out, you can just cut that part out. But when you're live, let me pull this up and Google it and talk at the same time. It's always different. But yeah, I really encourage you to follow all the cool stuff that Lori's got going on. They do really amazing stuff, and it's been the last year working with y'all and making these awesome comics and doing all this awesome Kickstarter work has been crazy. Good fun crazy, and it's nice. Everybody gets so focused on the direct market, and even Matt, I've talked to Matt about this, and Matt had a lot of contract work and was doing a lot of cool stuff, and like he said earlier in the show, is you get these opportunities you can't say no to, and when you say yes to that, then State of the Monsters gets pushed back a month or 2 months or till whatever the next project is done. And you got to work, you got to eat, you're still a kid at heart and a nerd, right? So when you got to look at all these action figures and shit behind you, they give you a chance to draw them. It's going to be hard to say no. So, but yeah, I'm just really glad to be a part of this with both of you. I was really excited when Lori told me that she was running Matt Frank's campaign. I was like, what? How'd that happen? It was I was like the guy who draws Godzilla. I almost said effing Godzilla. I caught myself. I was like, whoa. And it's not direct market people come to Kickstarter all the time. It was just it surprised me, and it was exciting, and then exciting and stressful, similar to that Joe Jusko situation. I got to take this guy's art, make it look cool, and have him not be mad at me. I especially when I was fitting the I had to crop out part of the map on the box graphic so that everything could show it. I was like, he just spent like hours on this, and I'm cutting a third of it away in the graphic, just like, I don't care. there goes 8 hours of Matt's life. I just sacrificed.
You're not deleting stuff, like no, you're not. But I take the meaning. I take the meaning. No, I mean. It is interesting because like I was asked, a couple of times by people, because I'll talk about it when I go to conventions and stuff, or when I talk to other folks in the industry. Oh, who are you doing State of the Monsters with? And a couple of them are kind of expecting me to say, oh, doing it with Image, or I'm doing it with Dark Horse or whatever. And I'm just like, I'm doing it with this place called Laguna. They're based in my hometown in San Antonio, and like, I've been wanting to work with them for a long time, and Lori's out here giving opportunities to people, and it just made sense. It just made sense to do it direct to market, directly to the audience, and I love Kickstarter campaigns. They're so fun. There's such a like, let's put on a show energy to it. Whereas, sometimes in the broader market, something just gets dumped out, like I've known a couple of creators, like high profile creators, who they will put the work out there and it'll just die. Like it'll just vanish. And it's like, so with Kickstarter, it feels like everybody's involved, and we're making this happen by everybody, by the fans and the readers and the creators, working with them directly. And so, and Lori, you've making that happen. You and your company, everybody you work with, are making that happen. So I just appreciate you.
Oh yeah, Lori's
so
the real
fun.
winner.
I'm so glad that I get to do this.
We were here to celebrate Matt, but we're not. We're here to celebrate Lori and her awesome spiked purple choker. That's what the show's really about. By the way, thank you for popping that link in. I just posted a link in the chat. This is the School of Comics _SATX. Really, really encourage you all to follow them. Wolf is their social media person and is hilarious and really good at their job. And they make wonderful shorts that I'm jealous of, because I sure don't get that kind of engagement. But I'm not going outside and dancing in front of shit, so you're not going to get that from me. And but even though I guess I really should, because it definitely seems to be working. But I just, like I said, you see the shorts, you see the stuff Wolf posts online, you just see how excited everybody is over there about comics, and it's good to follow and support those people.
It's incredible.
Victor, by the way, thank you. Saying congratulations. Let's go.
Yeah, Victor Convoy. That's Lyle. That's our colorist.
What's up, Lyle?
That's
Lyle is the very talented person who Matt made stay up late several nights.
Yeah.
The last couple weeks.
Thank you, Lyle.
Get used to it, Lyle. Lyle, I've actually known for a while. There, Lyle. By the way, we're only 1,500 away, or 1,400 away from being funded. I'm going to close that. But yeah, so Lyle as Vector Convoy has been in my live streams for years. In fact, like he's one of the people that Casson knows by screen name, because he's always in our live streams. And recently he came to a signing I had for Free Comic Book Day at Austin Books, and was like, because he's been trying to get into the industry. He's been trying to get comics work and get pro work and stuff. And we've gone back and forth a little bit. And then, like recently I just kind of had this epiphany of like, I should get Lyle to do it. I should get Lyle to color it. And he and I can also go back and forth on stuff, and we can kind of adjust stuff as needed, because I'm very particular when I don't have time to do the colors myself. I did that with Mothra and it almost killed me. But with Lyle, we can do it. I don't know. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate, you being gung ho about this. And, looks like looks like we're going to be making a comic.
Yeah, you can't back out now. Too late.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited. Like I said,
Get back out now, idiot. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, just seeing what you two have done together, like already, I'm so excited to see more art and stuff come in. By the way, shout out to Stoney Williams, another great indie creator. Stoney, I miss you, Stoney. He's quiet. He's quiet on social media these days. Manzilla shouting out, we broke 6K. Appreciate you for paying attention. Drew says the Mothra comic colors were sick as hell. It was a pretty book. I will admit. You've mentioned this a couple times now, and I did want to ask you. So we kind of talked about how you did these amazing IP work. You love kaiju. You've got to draw so many of them now. But like, what's it like? Okay, because you've made pictures of Godzilla. You've made splash pages. You've made covers and stuff, right? Well, now you're making this thing that's you. You're making your own monsters. You're building your own world. You're changing Texas. You obviously have like a lot of love and passion for your home state, right? And now you're kind of playing with its history right now. Like, does this feel like? I'm going to tell you a quick story, and I'll see if this is how you feel like. When I was a kid, my dad and my parents forgot my birthday one year, okay? It ended up being the best thing ever because my dad got off work, took me to Toys R Us, and bought me every Ninja Turtle toy that was out. We went like up and down the aisle, throwing like the Technodrome, the sewer play, everything got it. And it was like the most amazing experience of my life. I had no idea that they forgot my birthday until I got older and smarter. Right. Wow. But it was just this blew my mind. And I feel, is that like what you're feeling right now? Like you're going up and down the toy aisle and someone's just like, I'll buy all this for you, Matt. Like this is all yours now.
That's actually a really interesting analogy because my grandma was, for lack of a better term, an enabler when I was a kid, and it's one of my love languages is gift giving. Lori can attest to this, but I get a lot of it from my grandma. And I think that's because she didn't know how else to show love. But like, for example, I would go sometimes for my birthday, sometimes it wasn't. And I'd like go visit her, or she would come by the house and there would be like a pile of Godzilla toys. And I remember when the 1998 Godzilla movie came out, I came home, and when we knew that the toys were going to be at Toys R Us, and I got home from school, and it was like on my bed, floor to ceiling, almost not that high, but really stacked high of toys from that movie. And I still like that shelf there on my this little shelf here is like a bunch of the Godzilla stuff that she had gotten me over the years. Like that's mostly her. And so I think there is a little bit of that feeling of like, oh my God, people are just like giving me money. But it's different because now I have to earn it. Now I have to make good on it, which was always the plan. It's just now it's real, and it's becoming very, very real as the minutes tick by. That don't F it up, Matt. Because that was what actually a bit of it. So this is one of my favorite shirts. This was a South by Southwest exclusive shirt given out when they had an exclusive screening in 2014 of the original Godzilla with Gareth Edwards in attendance, who's the director of Godzilla 2014. And he was there promoting the film, and they were giving these shirts out. And it was like one of those, like, so I thought it was appropriate for today, but Gareth Edwards had a similar experience where he was basically given Godzilla 2014 after having done his little indie movie Monsters. And he actually talked about how it was such a, like it's this amazing gift, but then this crushing responsibility, because I think he like blabbed to like a airport security guy that, he's like, what are you in town for? And he's like, I'm making the new Godzilla movie or something. And the airport security guy was like, don't F it up. So, so that's kind of now
the audacity to say, like, could you imagine like being at like a Comic-Con or something and waiting in line and you like Tom King's signing for promoting like a new book or something, and you're like Tom King's writing Green Lantern, or this isn't real, I'm making it up, but like you're like, oh, you're writing Green Lantern, don't fuck it up, Tom. Like, could you imagine like having the audacity to say that?
No, I mean, it's probably, I can imagine in that case it's kind of like because in 1998 Godzilla was kind of a bit of a turkey. I mean, it's got a lot of nostalgia now because there's a whole generation of fans that grew up with that version of the character.
It's got an amazing soundtrack, like a phenomenal soundtrack.
Yeah. And it's also just an entertaining. It is an entertaining movie, you know. It was made by people who like didn't care about Godzilla. So, but. So after that, you know, you pass it. It gets passed over to this new guy who's this new kid from England who's just like, you know, I don't know. I'm just kind of overwhelmed right now. I'm having a lot of feelings. I don't know where we're at, and I don't want to know. Yes, I do.
Speaking of feelings, I when you were talking about like your grandma and getting you the toys, and you mentioned that old Godzilla movie, the first drive-through movie I ever went to was my friend Todd's dad. As a kid, took us to see that Godzilla movie and the Matt LeBlanc's the space Lost in Space. So we saw this like double feature, and like I'd never seen the original Lost in Space. My dad used to show me the black and white Godzilla films when I was a kid, and so like I knew about Godzilla, but I never did hate that movie, and I don't know if it's because like of that, if that was like my first drive-through movie experience and it was really cool and I was with my friends and it was like a cool night, and then like, but I've watched it again. And I've also heard several people say, you know, if it's not a good Godzilla movie, it's not a bad kaiju film. And so like you kind of seem like you don't hate it. It sounded like, and I was kind of curious what your thoughts on that were.
I mean, I have a lot of strong opinions about it, but my opinions are like, it's like asking Trey Parker and Matt Stone what their politics are. Like it's just all over the map. And so the extremely short version is that it's, you know, the people making it know how to make a movie, and they made a fairly entertaining movie that moves at a good clip, and it's got some cool stuff in it. And it's, you know, it's very watchable. The problem is that the people who made it, you know, Dean Devlin and Roland Emmerich, they were of the opinion, and this was an opinion shared by a lot of people in Hollywood at the time, the Godzilla franchise, the Godzilla IP has no inherent value. It is this crap made by hacks. Oh my God.
Oh, it's high. It's higher than that now.
It's higher,
like 60.
Okay.
I wasn't paying attention to Lori's comment.
Yeah. Okay. It was made by people who, so they just kind of had this attitude of like, well, the Japanese films don't matter. There's nothing redeeming about them. There's no artistic. There's nothing artistic. There's no artistic merit to this. So anything we do is going to be superior. And them going in with that attitude is, I think, the biggest detriment, because it's like the movie is trying to snap its own back, trying not to be Godzilla. It's to the point where it's foregoing the monster doing anything cool. Like Godzilla in the movie does like one cool thing, which is it has that cat and mouse with the helicopters. The rest of the time it's just running from the military or it's chasing a taxi cab. And so it doesn't get to do anything. Like, it's funny because I have the novelization that they did put out, and the novelization is actually cooler because, number one, it's written as like a moratorium by the Matthew Broderick character. It's written like as a memoir. And number two, he describes Godzilla in the movie not just running all the time. He describes it as being like this giant ambush predator that is like waiting for the military to show up and then pouncing on them, or just like it's a lot less of this panicked fleeing. And that I think is the biggest mark against it. But the animated series that came after it is freaking great. The animated series is one of for Godzilla 1998. It's like one of my favorite pieces of Godzilla media. Like, it's so good.
Drew is agreeing with you. Godzilla 2014 died for 98 sins, and the animated series was dope. I need to check this out, because this is several times where like when I've been talking with people, and they're like, "Oh, you like Godzilla? You like Kaiju?" And it's like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Have you?" And somehow I missed that as a kid. I somehow missed the Godzilla cartoon as a child.
It's made by the same studio that made the Men in Black cartoon, and also the Extreme Ghostbusters, like the Ghostbusters Legacy series and stuff. And the Jackie Chan Adventures. They made a couple of different like pretty cool cartoons, and like it's really and honestly, Godzilla the series, the animated series, there's a lot of that in State of the Monsters. There's a lot of DNA from that show in this comic, because there's just an approach to it where a lot of the monsters are very unique to the regions they come from. Like, there's a giant mosquito that comes out of the Florida Everglades. There's a giant there's a giant like a thorny devil sort of monster that's in Arizona. There's they do a really good job of like making monsters feel very regional, and that's kind of that kind of was one of the things in the back of my head while I was working on this.
Nice. I'm trying to find out. I don't think it's streaming anywhere. Oh, wait.
It's not streaming anywhere. You can get it on DVD from like Godzilla.com. And I think there's some episodes on YouTube, but they're varying quality. Like, the quality is kind of all over the place, because some of it is like second generation VHS rips. But they've got it on DVD. It's pretty easy to find on DVD, I believe. But it's highly recommended. They do a really good job with it, because it's like about some of the characters from the movie continue on into the show. And the main character finds a baby Godzilla and from that survived the movie, and kind of winds up raising it almost like it's his giant horrible son. And so that's the motivation. Like, keep Godzilla in the show is that he thinks of Nick, the main character, as his as part of his family. So that's why he's always around. So it's really good.
I'm gonna have to try it. Vector agree. Lyle agrees. He got it on DVD as a kid. Loved it a ton. Really, hey, maybe we could do a stretch goal. We'll do a live watch of the first 3 episodes of the animated series with commentary from Matt and Lyle, taking us to school about what it was like growing up with kaiju. And I
might be moderating a panel on Godzilla the series at Godzilla Fest next month. So
nice.
That because I'm actually friends with some people who worked on it now, which is another thing that's friggin' weird about this life that I've brute forced for myself, is like I'm friends with people who made the cartoons that I watched as a kid. Like, I don't know how to feel about it.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's very weird.
Lori, what's your experience with kaiju and big monsters? Like, because when I got into anime, like me getting into anime was Gundam, and then once you like find out about giant robots, like the giant monsters are very closely behind, and then you find out that like there's also stuff with giant monsters and giant robots together, and that's even crazier. But like what kind of got you into big monsters?
I mean, I would say I was also into Gundams first. I guess I found out about that first, and Matt got me into kaiju more than anybody. He was like, here's a list of all the movies you should watch in order. And we did a couple of watch parties with Matt as well. And that's kind of been my whole education. But I love them now. Like I'm obsessed. So
I still am like, you had perspectives on certain kaiju movies that I really, really still value, and I still go back to and like cite when talking to people. Like, you had some perspectives on GMK, my favorite Godzilla movie, that I was just like, oh my God, I didn't know that's what they were talking about in the film. And like, you like were pulling up historical records about like Japanese occupations during the war, and I'm like, oh my God. And we all really bonded over Howl from Beyond the Fog. Like, that's, it's a friggin' amazing. If you haven't seen it, Blake, I don't know if you know what we're talking about.
I've not. I'm Googling it right now.
Howl from Beyond the Fog is an indie kaiju movie. I did some promotional art for it, and I'm friends with the director. But it's a kaiju movie. It's all made with puppets. Like, all the human characters are little marionette puppets, and the kaiju's, of course, an actor in a suit. And it is like this Shakespearean tragedy that plays out. Like, Lori, you had some great takes on it.
It's just so good. It's not, I've never seen anything like it. You should just watch it. I don't even want to. Yeah.
Nice. It looks like it's on.
Beautiful.
It's on Tubi. Gotta love Tubi. It's on. We can watch it on Tubi. I think it's on Prime. It might be on YouTube. It looks like. Oh wait, you might need a YouTube subscription. Gross.
Yeah, I did. I don't.
Just kidding. Love you, YouTube. Please
I
charge
missed it.
people. No.
Yeah. No, anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to derail because we were talking about Lori's experiences.
No, that was, Matt. It all comes back to Matt anyway, because he introduced me to all the kaiju movies, and
because I can't keep my friggin' mouth shut.
Mothra's my personal favorite. That's just.
Which one was?
Mothra.
Oh, okay.
All Mothra. Anything Mothra is my favorite. But
what would you tell, like, so let's say like you're talking to a youngin', right? Like at a show, like some 20-year-old comes up, they're like, Godzilla's kind of cool. Like what's like an iconic kaiju film that if someone wanted to get into the genre and really get started, like what would you send them to kind of start off if they'd only seen like maybe a new one of the newer Godzilla movies or something?
Gamera, bing, bing, blink, blink, blink. Gamera. Yeah, 100%. Because like Godzilla is, that's how my bread is buttered, no question. And I'm always going to be a Godzilla fan. Gamera, I've like pack bonded with. Like, Gamera is the monster that I think of when I need to feel righteous anger, and I need or the monster that Blake, you were talking earlier about being vulnerable, like especially on stream. That is apparently one of the reasons that Kasten decided that she liked me was I was doing a live stream during lockdown, and I was just playing kaiju music, like Gamera. I was playing music from Gamera Guardian of the Universe, and we had gone through the whole soundtrack and gotten to the very end, which has this very emotional kind of, the music is by Ko Otani, who did the music for Shadow of the Colossus and Gundam Wing. The movie has this like crescendo towards the very final track, and it's this really moment that means a lot to me. And of course, it's lockdown, I'm in my feels, and I started like tearing up and getting really emotional on camera. And I remember later Cassie telling me, like, I don't think I've ever seen somebody do that on stream, like get verklempt at the time anyway, like get verklempt over Turtle. And because like the Gamera trilogy from the 90s, because everybody knows Gamera from like the 60s and 70s, which is the like, Gamera is really neat, Gamera is filled with meat, and those movies are fun. Those movies are great. But the 90s Gamera trilogy and the Gamera The Brave movie from 2006 are like 4 of the best monster movies ever made. Like, they outclass a lot of Godzilla movies.
Wow. I just got a bunch of homework that I'm excited about.
Yes.
Yeah, you do. And I also worked, full disclosure, I worked on the Gamera Blu-ray collection release from Arrow Video. I actually did so much work on it that I have like an associate producer credit on it, because like I did a commentary track. I got a bunch of other people to do commentary tracks. I did a bunch of extra work that I should not have done, but I was happy to do it and it kind of made me fall all over again in love with this hard-shelled soft boy doing his best.
I love that. I'm going back and watching some of the older, like somehow, like, because my dad showed me some of the black and white films, but it was like whatever was at Blockbuster when I was a kid, and they didn't have everything, and also sometimes the VHS tapes wouldn't work. Like, they'd play for a little bit and then screw up, and we'd have to take them back, and then they'd be like, well, we don't have another one. And you're like, okay, well, that sucks. But I finally watched like the first Godzilla where they boil him to death in the end.
That's the first time I've ever heard that. They boiled him to death, right? I mean, for all intents and purposes.
They also sold recently, like you could buy the oxygenator device. Like it was like a replica of it. I saw some people like posting with it, and I was like, that's kind of rad. But yeah, like even then, like it was like, you know, it was slower and it was different, right? And obviously, like, the special effects are very, very different, but there's still mysticism to behold there, right? And also, like, so you forget. So I remember the first time I saw like him in the suit, right, where when you see like there's a human underneath this, and you forget sometimes, and like there's that one image of he's like smoking a cigarette and he's got the head off, like, you know, and you like see stuff like that as a kid, and it just, you know, you're like, whoa, I didn't even like consider that. But yeah, watching those old movies is still really fun, and I'm a weirdo. Like, it's harder for me to read older comics. I really try to like go back and do like older Claremont stuff and Byrne, and like, you know, see where a lot of this stuff started. And it's some of it is a slog to read. I've had that same experience with going back and watching like old horror movies, but these old Godzilla movies are they're fun. They have like a fun factor.
They're still good.
Yeah. And that a lot of people doesn't get. And yeah, the acting's not terrible. When you consider the special effects and how it's practical and like all the stuff they did, like even that's still kind of impressive when you're like, oh, like they built these buildings for this dude in a costume to shove over, right? Like it's very cool, and they're very fun to watch. So yeah, I definitely have a lot more kaiju films to experience, but I'm definitely putting this trilogy on deck, because I feel like a fraud now because I haven't watched this and I'm running your campaign. Like, this is bad. This is bad for marketing. I'm sorry, Matt. I'm really sorry, man. I didn't mean it.
You've screwed us, man. Like, the number starts going down. People just start sucking their money back.
We would be funded by now if you'd seen these damn movies, Blake.
Like, I'm definitely, what I'm hoping to do is, if I have time, I'd love to do like little updates to the campaign that basically are like inspiration map for State of the Monsters, and the Gamera trilogy is definitely on that map, because the creative team for those films is kind of legendary now. Like, they were written by the writer of the original Ghost in the Shell movie. The director was Shusuke Kaneko, who at the time was kind of an unknown, but he kind of these movies kind of put him on the map, and then he later directed my favorite Godzilla movie, which is GMK, and then the special effects were actually directed by Shinji Higuchi, who is he was a storyboard artist from Neon Genesis Evangelion, and then he later went on to co-directed Shin Godzilla and directed Shin Ultraman. So Higuchi, and he also directed those live action Attack on Titan movies that I think are kind of underrated.
Yeah.
Are kind of like these, because they're actors in suits, like they're cool miniatures and stuff, but everybody poo-pooed them because it's not like the manga. It's not like the manga. Yeah, I don't understand how adaptation works. Oh, I shit myself.
It's a very intense fan base, Attack on Titan. I've found. I got shamed because I still haven't finished it, but I started watching it, and I don't get a lot of time to watch series and stuff, so I usually eat. Like I'm eating a meal when I'm watching something, and it's very, very next to impossible to watch if you can't speak Japanese, to watch manga or watch anime in Japanese while you're like trying to shovel stuff into your mouth before you have to get back to work for Lori before she yells at you too much. I'm just kidding. But like people were like, "Oh, you're watching it and you're watching it dubbed." Like, oh my god! And it's like, give me a break, okay? For one, don't gatekeep stuff. But it's they just have it's an intense fan base, I found.
Yeah. Like I've stepped into that a couple of times on social media, which is a problem. Like, just because like dubs, especially, it felt like there was a middle period where dubs were garbage.
Yes.
But like nowadays, dubs
they get real people. They get like big names to do a lot for the bigger anime. I mean, like, I saw them come in at Planet Comic-Con, like when they bring these American voice actors in, and people go ape shit for them.
Yeah.
So someone tell me why I'm trash for listening to a dub when there's lines of people waiting to get their autograph. These elements don't add up, Matt. There's something's not right.
Well, yeah. Well, like back in the day, you're talking about like the older kaiju movies, the older Godzilla movies, when it was actually a very expensive process to dub. Like, and it's still an expensive process to a certain extent, but at the time, it's actually interesting because before Godzilla, the biggest Japanese film internationally was Rashomon. And in America, it had opened in America, and it mostly was an art house theater thing. This is like the early 50s or something. And it was, it maybe made like a couple $1,000s. I remember somewhere it was like maybe $20,000 was the total gross. And granted, this was back in the 50s. This was the 40s and 50s. That, it's not like the money it is today, the inflation and all that. But Godzilla was sort of seen as something different. It was like the American producers were like, this has a lot of potential, but we've got to make some alterations for the American audiences to kind of like bring them in. So that's when they got Raymond Burr, and they really didn't change that much. They trimmed some stuff out mostly for pacing issues, but the American version is fairly respectful of the source material. It's mostly Raymond Burr describing what's happening. But it has a really chilling opening of like this bombed out, destroyed vision of Tokyo. And it just has Raymond Burr saying like, this is Tokyo, once a city of 8 million people. Now there's only a few. And like and that movie like blew every other international film at the time out of the water. Like that movie, I think it made like $2 million, which by comparison to what Rashomon had made, it was the biggest opening for a Japanese film ever in America. It is because of Godzilla that we have Japan has international pop culture relevance. It's because of Godzilla. And I think that a lot of anime fans don't like that. And I have broader theories about anime fans not liking Japanese live action, but I'm not going to get into it. But yeah, like I just think that's kind of crazy. I think that's amazing that because it shows you that adaptations can work. Adaptations can work to the benefit of a production. Kaiju Cowboy Bebop is still one of the best dubs ever made. In some cases, some people prefer it to the Japanese version.
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop is another thing that has a little bit of DNA in State of the
Really?
Monsters. Oh, okay. I'm here. Yeah. Just that kind of attitude of just like, Cowboy Bebop and a little bit of Firefly too, this kind of like we're scraping by in what is an otherwise fantastical situation is kind of mundane to us. And there's a little bit of the Bebop crew in Texas Titan Tours, little rowdy little cast of characters.
I love that. You seem to be pulling from like all the best kinds of inspiration. Like you're just like everything you say, like I really did, like I really did, like I also grew up loving these things. That like everything you tell me, whether it's like in our work chat or here on this live stream, it's just I do not understand how anybody can not be excited about this. Like listening to Matt talk about stuff. By the way, there is some confusion in the chat. Blake, what are you doing live on a Tuesday during the day? I know. We will still be live tomorrow. These launch parties, right? It's not really a Blake's Buzz thing. It's a collaboration with the EXP. And I mean, I'm hosting it, so it's kind of our thing. But it's a deal. We're kind of exploring it, and we're kind of because during the day the EXP has open blocks, right? And so we've some of the people behind the EXP have been wanting to do more things with Kickstarter and creators, and this is the thing we're tinkering with is hosting launch parties during the day. So it's like right now we're beaming from 2 different YouTubes, 2 different Twitches, Instagram, Facebook, and that's it. Oh, and yeah, so we're multi-streaming to lots of places, spreading indie comic love, spreading kaiju love, like just it's just something we're playing with. So yeah, I will be live tomorrow night. Don't worry. But that's also why I'm not eating hot dogs. This is a professional work thing. I don't eat hot dogs during work meetings.
God, I love a hot dog. Love a hot dog.
A couple, I still don't really know how it happened, Matt, but a few months ago, I started eating hot dogs on my show. And so like basically I interview indie creators, and when I get them start talking about stuff and I just start eating hot dogs while they're talking, and it usually throws them off and it's kind of funny. But my views went up. And so now like every week I eat like 3 or 4 hot dogs on the show. And I thought about it, and it's not like I only eat hot dogs on Wednesdays. I like hot dogs. I was like, man, my hot dog intake is ridiculous.
I'm thinking about the hot dog cart guy from The Simpsons. It's like, Marge is just like, what do you follow my husband around? And he's like, lady, he's putting my kids through college.
That's basically me. I do have I talked about having like a thermos with like boiling water, like having like being at like a comic convention and handing out hot dogs. And then some of the other creators were like, what if we did like a scavenger hunt where like you go to this creator for the bun and you go to this creator for the condiments and you go to Blake for the hot dogs.
So weird.
It's amazing.
Until someone gets sick and I get sued, but whatever. Like we can dream about hot dogs and kaiju and see what happens. You never know.
I feel like you just described my life. God dang. I know I'm not supposed to be looking, but
we're so close, guys.
So close.
83 backers, $7,220. Folks, we were gonna just have this be an hour, but we've been like we're rambling on to see if we can make this happen. Can we get $280? I know math.
We have stretch goals planned. We have stretch goals planned, like really good ones. Like,
yeah.
There's some cool stuff that Matt's excited to bust out and surprise you with. And I will a little teaser. It would be some of those extra pages we mentioned earlier. The book could depending on what happens in the next couple weeks, the book could get even bigger, even wilder, even crazier. It's kaiju craziness on Kickstarter. Well, we don't want to do 3Ks probably,
These
but
friggin' things are everywhere. They're all over my studio.
I know. I'm so jealous of your collection. The first time I met Matt, Lori was like, "Hey, like we're gonna have a meeting about this new Kickstarter we're running. I was like, okay. And and she said, I didn't know it was you either. She just said like, I'm pretty sure she said my buddy Matt. We're running my buddy Matt's campaign. I want you to hop on this meeting. So I hop on this meeting and it's freaking Matt Frank, and he's got like this kaiju army of figures behind him. And I was like, I was not expecting this. It was very excited. Yeah,
there's a lot of them.
Sorry,
there's a lot of them. Yeah. I have one of every version of Godzilla from 54 all the way down. It actually boomerangs around over here to the most recent stuff. So that's like the one thing I've been super duper OCD about, is getting them all lined up. And yeah, I mean, it's funny because this is actually pared down. Before
like a storage unit that's just full of toys, that'd be amazing.
Well, I didn't want to do that. I had a bunch of, because I mean, like, again, we're being vulnerable. I have some impulse control problems, and I've had to curtail that in recent years. Cass has been a big help with that as well. I've also been talking about it in therapy. But this sort of stuff still does bring me joy. Like, I got this little guy at Kaiju Go. It's a little horned lizard kaiju from, I think it's Pepper Cup Toys, or it's Studio Kabuto. And it's just such a lovely little, like, green little kaiju boy, and I love him immediately.
Cute.
He's so cute. And it's funny because he is a horned lizard, a Texakage, and I remember somebody, I think I talked to the creator of it, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I know you're making a horned lizard monster," and I'm just like, "It's Texas, like we got these, these guys are everywhere." And then I wanted to show this off. This is a Turok dinosaur hunter toy.
What?
It's watch this.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah,
I'm so jealous.
It's very, and I found this at the flea market, the antique shop that we went to after Kaiju Go. And it was like, to hear Caston say it, she was like, "Matt, you literally jumped up and down," because I got him. And I got the T-Rex and the Bionatops, and all that's left is the Spinosaurus, of course, the rarest and most difficult one to get. But yeah, like, it's just so good. It's so good.
Do you play video games, Matt?
Oh yeah, like
they're good. They're doing a new Turok. We haven't seen it. I'm pretty stoked for it.
Yep.
Because I still remember going. I got an N64 after everybody. But going over to my buddy, the same buddy whose dad took us to see Godzilla, oddly enough, but
nice.
Going over to his house, playing 4-player Turok on a like 12-inch TV. Like all four of us are like just trying to off each other, running around. Like that was some good times. I was very excited. I also never knew that the Dynamite, there were comics. That's something I've been wanting to go back and check out. As some of the old Turok comics. And some of them aren't that old. Some of them are like in the last 10, 15 years. But
yeah, I have not read any of the comics.
Well, that's where it started. It started as this comic series, and they're old. They've been around for a long time. I want to say like they were like Silver Age. Let's see. I played Turok 2 a lot when I had an N64 as a kid. 1954, same as Godzilla.
Wow.
But yeah, and then I kind of, like Turok was always kind of in the background a little bit. And then in recent years, I kind of got more into it because I'm like, it's this like super dope Native American superhero franchise, and there's dinosaurs in it. And I'm really excited for the new one. I do a Let's Play channel called Rage Select, and I've been doing that for actually I did the math recently. I think I've been doing it for 11 years. I know. I don't care for it. But no, but we have a lot of fun, and we've played a few Godzilla games, and mostly I'll go on there every couple of weeks or a couple of months, and Jeff will like try to find a game for us to play. And I definitely want like the Turok game to be. I really want to play that one on mic. I think that will be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, the comics are sick. Like, you know, like they start off with just like Turok in the Lost Land or whatever he calls it, and because he doesn't know what a dinosaur is, I think he calls them honkers because they make weird. But it was made before there was a lot of like common knowledge about dinosaurs. I think there are stegosaurs that fly. Because they just flatten their plates and they glide. I think that's Turok. But yeah, no, I love these guys immediately. Like the T-Rex has like the original Turok on it, and
reminds me of like
amazing.
More futuristic.
I'm jealous.
I was always like if I ever like win the lottery, like I'm gonna buy all the Dino Riders toys. I'm gonna
my god!
However much money it costs, I'm gonna get new in box ones.
I'm just playing with my toys now on stream. This is what you people are here for, right?
That's what this comic is, right?
Yeah, it's me playing with toys. Obviously,
it's Matt in a toy box playing with toys for 50 pages, and it's going to be great. And you should support. There's 84 backers, $7,253. We have just under. I can't math, guys. Stop making me math. Just get this thing funded so I can stop talking about numbers. No, I can't add. I have to. I can only
just jumped again.
Dogs.
It's come on, guys.
Come on, we got 200 more.
I'm so hungry, but I also want it to fund.
Go to McDonald's and get an overpriced piece of plastic with your tiny burger.
Spend just $202 more so I can go eat.
Yeah. Someone gets. There's only a couple.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
There's two. Someone got it. Someone did get another cameo. There's only 2 cameos left.
Guys,
cameos.
You need to get the cameos.
Someone get a
They're
cameo.
gonna be gone.
Do you know how cool you'd look if Matt drew you? You look so cool. You look so freaking cool.
The first page, that's something I've been doing for a long time, is putting my friends in comics and stuff, because Laurie's in an issue of Mothra. I think you're in issue 3. It's a little teeny tiny Laurie. And and then, you know, Godzilla Rulers of Earth, the comic I did for like 2 years, that one has a bunch of cameos in it. I need to do a screenshot of the cameo appearance tier and post about it and be like, yo, how many we have? We have 2 left?
2 left right now, yeah. You got 8 people you're gonna have to put in this book so far.
Yeah, there will be at least one big cool kind of splash page situation that I think I'm gonna be plugging people into. I've got a cool plan for that. I think people are gonna really enjoy it.
They better, or I'll find them. I'll find them and make them enjoy it. You will like this comic.
Can you use a hot dog as a weapon? Can we threaten that?
I mean, if you eat as many as I do, it's going to kill you. So I guess they're a weapon. And
no, I was picturing more like nunchucks or something. You know,
so everybody sends me hot dog everything like reels, even if it's AI. And I don't.
Gross.
It is gross, I let my friends. I'm just like, whatever. You're trying. You're sending me hot dog content. I know the thought was pure, even though it's like blatant AI slop. But I got so many because I have a couple buddies with 3D printers, and there's a 3D printed hot dog nunchuck like deal you can get, and it's so stupid.
That's awesome.
It's plastic hot dog nunchucks. I told Lori I would if she sent me a X-Men buddy bag, I'd pull hot dogs out of it during the show and eat it.
That's awesome.
The things I'll do for merch, folks. Like if you want your stuff advertised on Blake's Buzz for the EXP, just send it to me and I'll put hot dogs in it and eat it live. It'll be great. It'll be great.
Like I'm so like. Hang on. I'm posting about the
So
tier.
am I. I'm making a post also.
So what the hell was I saying? Like no, it's gone. It's like I hate when that happens.
Lyle says, oh, I can't find my mouse. Lyle says any hot dogs can be nunchucks with the right end.
It's true. It's true.
That is true.
A big
shout. You did say you liked hot dogs. What's your go-to like hot dog topping? Or
I am, I'm kind of a simple man. I like a hot dog with mustard and maybe relish. Like okay. I don't you can get maybe some onions. I'm a little weird about onions because they make my breath stink for like 2 days. And but I'm very like so what I used to do is if I was going out running errands or something, I was feeling peckish, or I was heading home late from something, like usually from recording, I would stop and get a hot dog from QT, just a good old gas station hot dog. After the 4th or 7th time that I got a really bad stomachache after eating them, I had to stop. So, I got to get choosier about my hot dogs.
They will turn on you.
Yeah,
they're so cheap. But some of those cheap ones will turn on you. Laura, you said you threw your hands up when Matt mentioned onions. Like what you seem to have big thoughts on, on hot dog toppings.
I mean, it's a weird hot dog topping, but I'm also allergic to onions, so I hate that. Either, then, yeah. I hate everything about it.
Yeah, I don't mind like a fried onion, like a nice crispy fried onion, a blooming onion, but yeah, I'm also just not like a veggies guy on my sandwich or my burger. Like I'm very particular. I don't want tomatoes because they're going to make your burger fall apart.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of with Lori on that. Like just onions are just, they're a lot.
You're both very wrong, but that's okay. No, I actually was raised by a father who hated onions. And so like all my life, like my dad, I would be like, I want to try, like I used to want to try White Castle, right? We used to have there used to be a White Castle here in Kansas City a long time ago. And it was very close to where I live. And so I always be like, why don't we ever go to White Castle? And my dad would be like, all it is onions. You'd hate onions. You'd hate them. Well, I spent my whole life just thinking I hated onions, right? It was like,
I mean, that's weird. See, like you shouldn't be influenced to hate them.
Yeah.
Like,
So I finally tried them, and now I do like them. And now, so like, I am a hot dog guy. I like the hot dogs, and my new deal is I've been making bacon onion jam a lot. So like you cook down.
That's good. See, that's good.
Bacon
that's good.
Yeah.
Maple syrup and stuff, and kind of turn it into a jam. Last night I made street cart onions, which is kind of like sauteed spicy onions. They got kind of a ketchup flavor to them, but there's supposedly I haven't been to New York, but there's supposedly the hot dogs they sell in the New York hot dog carts. So I made that last night, and I had I put whipped cream cheese in the street cart onions on a hot dog, which is I guess almost a Seattle dog. A Seattle dog is just regular.
I'm learning a lot here.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was really good. I had 2 of those. I had 2 of them late last night and kind of felt it this morning. I had a little bit of hot dog burn this morning, but it was fine. The day went on, but
it was worth it. It was still worth it.
I gotta learn to not eat hot dogs at like 2:00 in the morning. But so it's like quick. It's
quick and easy, and we're working constantly.
Yeah, like what am I gonna do? Like make
I'm
pasta,
not judging you.
Grilled chicken, like 1:30? No, I'm not gonna do
if we could have a replicator, I would be sure. That would be ideal.
Hey, We got to update. Almost there. 87 backers, $7,389. We are $111 away, folks. $111 away. Lori needs to eat. Matt needs to go get more Hello Kitty figures. I don't have much going on. This isn't about me, but we can do this. We can do this.
We did it. We just went over.
Whoa! Oh my God!
We did it!
Woo!
Yeah!
Captain has a sign.
We made it.
Yes.
Hell yeah! This is like the best launch party we've ever done.
I like the sign.
Yeah, no, it's odd. It was either going to be that or I was going to write goal on my chest and whip my shirt off, but I forgot.
Well, then I got the goal for you.
Yes, you do.
Put it on your chest.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
That's
I'm
awesome.
just going to sit like this for the next hour long run.
Oh, hey! Shout out to Brian. Thank you so much. He just backed. He's glad he snagged the sketch tier.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Brian.
Let's screonk and go. Hell yeah, live.
Yeah.
Look at that.
You guys didn't hear the clatter of like when she was trying to get into the room. I thought she was going to take the wall with her.
That would have been
awesome.
pretty cool too. She just kicks the door.
The whole thing comes because like she built that wall. She built that wall and installed that door.
Oh,
this
wow.
is like a front living room situation, and she like built that so that I could have privacy in my office. So
that's so cool.
yeah. But yeah, hell yeah. Oh man.
You did it.
Oh
2
my God.
hours funded in 2 hours. We still got 20 days to go. Stretch goals to announce. Fun times to be had. Matt, you did it. You did it, dude. You did it. 5
okay.
years. 5 years you've been working on this. It's happening.
I'm okay. Okay. I'm good. I'm verklempt. Well, I really appreciate y'all. I really appreciate the help and everything. I just have to. Now I have to do it.
Now you really have to do it.
Now I have to do it. Great. I can't just get free money. I have to work for it. No, it's amazing. I really appreciate everybody's help. Lori, I appreciate you, being on board with this since day one, basically. And Blake, I appreciate you, about managing the campaign and building the campaign and everything, especially with all of my like, can we do this? Can we put this in here? I don't know. Can we do that? I don't know how that works. Should we not do it? We shouldn't do it.
That's what Lori and I are here for. Even I'm gonna boost Lori and I for a second, but like that's one of the best things we offer, right? Like Matt has been in the industry for a long time. He's been drawn for a long time. He knows how comics work, but like Kickstarter is a different animal. And yes, you can get on Kickstarter. You can do everything yourself. If you could write, draw, letter, edit, put the book out there, do everything solo, build all your graphics. There are a lot of people that do all that. There are a lot of people that don't have a team. Some people need help, and asking for Kickstarter help, there's no shame in that. And Lori and I we can help you fulfill, we can help you plan, we can help you run the campaign. We can have us do everything, and you can walk away and take a vacation, or you can be as involved as you want to be with Lori and I, and we'll make sure your Kickstarter happens. And there's no height requirement for this ride, right? It's just like if you need help, we're here for you, and if you don't, like that's awesome. That's what's cool about Kickstarter, right? You can do everything yourself, or you can be a big publisher and have a big team and do these big projects, or you can be somewhere in the middle, right? And have good campaigns and a small team of people to help you. And I will say that, running a Kickstarter with a team, if you're able to do so, is it does make things a little better. Because the community's great. They'll be there to answer questions and stuff. But I don't know if anybody's like me, like if like Charlie Stickney is a great example. Every now and then I reach out and ask Charlie Stickney a question, but like I always feel bad like after when I have like the 5 follow-up questions and I'm like, oh, I can't bug him, and it's like you can bug Lori and I. but you're paying us. So.
But no, I like that addition at the end.
Do you have anything to add to that, Laura? You've other than like all the fulfillment, the glowing reviews, just being an indie comics supporter and winner over the last several years, just killing it. Is anything? Yeah, all that. That's nutshell Lori. I just gave you a nutshell Lori.
Yeah. Follow Laguna Studios. We have 8 million different comic series, and we have amazing X-Men inspired merch, and we have something for everyone. And we also fulfill campaigns, we manage campaigns, and we have the School of Comics where we have events and workshops and indie comics sold up front. So if you want to sell your indie comics here, we want them. I mean, I'm going really fast, but that's most of it.
Drew, by the way, has the comment of the hour. I think Big Phil is going to get to go to college.
I love that. Thank you, Drew.
I love that.
That's wonderful. Oh man, I really appreciate all the folks in the comments too who have been following the campaign. You know, they've been folks that I've known for a while. So, I'm overwhelmed. You could go get like 9 hot dogs, eat them all, and then pass out.
Right, well, I'm going to do what Matt said. I'm going to cook 9 hot dogs and start watching monster movies. Lori, I'm done working for today.
Just do the new thumbnail, and then we're good.
I got to make that. And I also have to. I spelled someone's name wrong on a graphic. I got to figure. Someone's messaging me about. Oops, sorry. I'm not perfect. I sent the images and asked what everybody thought of them. Everybody said they were. Anyway,
we all missed it. We'll get it fixed.
But yeah, it's not for this campaign, by the way. It's for another. This campaign is perfect. I did everything wonderfully.
Okay, never mind.
This
campaign is perfect. Ignore that.
For another campaign. Shout out to Will Allred's crossover division and my spelling mistakes. It makes the campaign better. It means it's made by a human when shit's spelled incorrectly.
Yep. Yep.
There you go.
But Matt, I know you're a busy guy and you got a lot going on. And Lori, I know you need to eat. And so I also know that I talk too much. So this is going to be the part where I shut my mouth. And I just want both of you to remind us where we can follow you, keep track of you, or mailing list, fun stuff like that. Matt, kick us off. Let us know where to keep track of you.
Well, you guys can find me over at mattfrankart.net, patreon.com/mattfrankart, and mattfrankart.bigcartel.com is our online store. Caston runs it, and I put the art in it, and it's helped us through some lean times, so we really appreciate everybody supporting it. This thing is going to be my personality for the next, for however long. I've got some other stuff coming down the pipe that I can't really talk about because, there's always NDAs and stuff, but yeah, I'm really excited to get going on this. Like I've actually got pages over here on my desk that are like page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, all the way up to however many this winds up being. I know the script is sitting somewhere around 48. We'll see.
Cool.
I think that's what I got.
All right.
Laguna Studios Comics on Instagram, Facebook, lagunastudios.net for our store and website, and information about fulfillment also there, and campaign management, schoolofcomics.net, and School of Comics _SATX for our Instagram for the School of Comics. I think that's everything.
Yes, I think so too. And I really, really encourage y'all to follow Laguna. They're having so much fun over at that school. It doesn't feel like schoolwork at all from what I see. And so I really encourage you to follow them and keep track of what's going on. I'm easy to find. Blake Morgan, Blake's Buzz. It pops up if you search for it. You're also probably watching this, so you know where I am. I appreciate you, everybody. Thank you for coming out. I know we were coming at you live at a different time. Thank you all so much for showing up, showing support in the comments, showing support on the campaign page. We funded this baby in 2 hours, which is amazing. Kaiju are awesome. Indie comics are awesome. And you're awesome. I will be back tomorrow night with some amazing guests. Please remember to love more, hate less, read comics, be good to each other. Oh, hit the button.